Good morning everyone. Today we are going to do chapter 1 Political Science class 10th Power Sharing. The story starts with a country named Belgium. In Belgium, it is a small country in the Europe and its boundary touches with four countries that are France, Germany, Netherlands and Luxembourg. The area of the Belgium is smaller than the Haryana. Also, the population of Belgium is half the population of Haryana. It means that the half of the Haryana population is the total population of Belgium. Now, the Belgium is divided into two, that is the Flemish area and the Wallon area. The Flemish area is Dutch speaking area, while the Wallon area is the French speaking area. Okay, now here you can see the capital of Belgium, that is Brussels. Brussels is divided in two parts, that is here 80% of people are French and the 20% people are Dutch. Now here you can see also that there is a blue part. This is German speaking people and these constitutes 1%, while 59% are Dutch speaking and 40% are French speaking. In Belgium, the minority French speaking community is relatively much richer than the Dutch speaking one. Also, the Dutch get the benefit of economic development and education much later than the French. This led to the tension between the Dutch speaking and the French speaking community. The Brussels, the capital of Belgium, have a different problem. The problem was that the majority Dutch in the whole country is the minority in the capital itself. So before seeing how the people of Belgium, French and Dutch solve their problem, first we will take the another country to compare between the two. The another country is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an island nation and its population is about 2 crores, that is equal to the population of Haryana. Sri Lanka has diverse population. As you can see here, the yellow color part are the Sinhala speakers and these are majority, that is 74% of total population. And another community is Tamil speakers and Tamil speakers constituents 18% of total population. Now Tamil speakers are divided into two, the Indian Tamils and Sri Lankan Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils are 13% of the Tamil speakers and Indian Tamils are 5%. Most of the Tamils are Hindu and Muslims, while there are 7% Christians also that are both Tamil and Sinhalas. Now we'll see the majoritism in Sri Lanka. But first, what is majoritism? It is a belief that a community should be able to rule the country, the majority community, okay, in the whatever way it wants. So it can rule by changing the constitution, making the laws in the favor of majority. So firstly, the act was passed in which the Sinhala was recognized as the official language of the country. Secondly, the constitution favored the Sinhala applicants for university positions and government jobs. Now, as the government was doing just for the Buddhism and the Sinhala speakers, this made the Sri Lankan Tamils very oppressive. And obviously, there was civil war between the two communities because there were no university position and government jobs other than the Sinhalas. In Sri Lanka, there is excellent record of economic development, education and health, but the civil war has caused a terrible setback to the social, culture and economic life of the country, and the civil war ended in 2009. Now, what happened in Belgium? In Belgium, between 1970 and 1993, the constitution was amended 4 times so that the people in the country should be in unity and harmony. So first, what they do, the number of Dutch and French speaking ministers or the representative will be equal in the central government, so that whenever any law will be passed, there will be a decision that will be from both the communities, right? Secondly, many powers from central government were given to the state government of 2 regions of the country. The state government are not subordinate to the central government. Now third, Brussels, that the capital of Belgium, had separate government. So there will be equal representation of both the French and both the Dutch. Instead of central and state government in Belgium, there was another type of government too, that was the community government. In the community government, the people belonging to one language community, that Dutch, French and German speaker, no matter where they live, have right to elect. Now, you must have seen the difference between the power sharing in the Belgium and Sri Lanka. You have seen that in Belgium, there was equal representation, means the power sharing was equal. Like if we have something, then the equal thing will be have with the another community. But what happened in Sri Lanka? In Sri Lanka, the amount of thing having with the Sinhala speaker do not have with the Tamil one. So there was inappropriate power sharing. Now we will see the forms of power sharing. Power sharing is divided into 4 parts. First, horizontal power sharing. So let's study about this. In horizontal power sharing, the government is divided into 3 parts: legislature, executive and judiciary. The legislature, the one who make laws; executive, the one who implement the laws; and the judiciary, who protect the people who are violated by these laws. Now there cannot be any discrimination. Why? Because each one of them do check the other organs of the government. Second is vertical power sharing. Now what is in vertical power sharing? Let's see. In vertical power sharing, the government is divided into central government, state government and local government. In central government, there will be different government. At state level, there will be different government, and at local there will be different one, so that there will be no discrimination, or there will be no the rule of a single community. Now let's see the third one. Third is power sharing among different social groups. Let's read it. In the power sharing different social group, these are divided into linguistic and religious groups. So what happened, like in Belgium, we have seen the community government is a good example of this arrangement. So the power of religion, like there are Hindu and Muslim in India, the major community should have the equal power. Like there should be no discrimination, that only one government, only one community can enter the government jobs and the universities. Now let's see the last and the fourth one, that is power sharing in the political parties, pressure groups and the movements. So in democracy, there should be the equal power to the political parties and pressure groups. Why? Because if we will do not have the powers, then the political parties and pressure group will not be able to make laws for the welfare of the people. Like pressure group cannot pressurize the government to change the laws that are against the people, and movements will also not able to convince the government. So this was the end of the chapter power sharing. Thank you for watching.